Hi, my October 5th birthday babies. Come on in because this video is all about you. Today, from the Secret Language of Birthdays book, I'm going to be sharing with you the personality profile for people born on your birthday. And now, this may reinforce beliefs you already have about yourself, or it may challenge you to change your ways and work toward your highest good. All I ask is that you be open to receiving the message and that you stick around till the end, because that's when I'm going to give you advice specifically from the book for people born on your birthday. So let's get into it. All right. So October 5th is the day of the just cause. Justice is a major theme in the lives of those born on October 5th. Generally guarding the truth as they see it, they will do what they can to first expose and then oppose unfairness, corruption, or oppression. Not satisfied with this, however, they will often persuade friends, families, or colleagues to help put the situation right. Those born on this day can be found working on a personal level at the highest echelons of society with the same determination. In like manner, October 5th people insist on fair treatment for themselves and will not tolerate insults to their dignity. Indeed, the concept of fair play occupies such a central place in their speech and thought that they may be accused at times of using the cause of justice for their own personal advancement. This may or may not be true, but in fairness, those born on this day generally think of the cause first and their own wishes second. They can even go too far in this direction through self-sacrifice and self-denial, giving up what is most pleasurable to them for the sake of their ideals and the well-being of others. They must moderate such behavior because sooner or later their personal needs and wants will assert themselves, and they may be forced to resign from the position or cut back drastically on the responsibilities they take on, leaving those who have grown dependent on them stranded. October 5th people are at heart life-oriented and fun-loving. When functioning in a healthy way, they manage to get tremendous personal satisfaction out of leading or contributing to a team. The ultimate kick for them is the gratitude on the faces of those who benefit from their work, and in this respect, they are as interdependent as anyone else, perhaps even more so. Sorry, I'm listening to the birds that take a bath in the gutter right here outside the window. So let's get on with it. Thus, although they may appear to be strong, independent types, they are in fact somewhat needy and hungry for appreciation. They generally show little interest in causes that do not directly involve people, for it is the human element which is so vital to their outlook and work. Rarely do October 5th people meld with their environment, despite their need to immerse themselves in human activities. Often they will occupy a position for which they would objectively seem completely unsuited, like someone who has to wear the wrong uniform. However, when highly successful, October 5th people may actually redefine the public's image of the role which they play. So powerful are their social instincts. Even those with only a modest degree of success tend to function in a unique way that raises a few eyebrows but gets the job done. October 5th people must be very careful to avoid ego trips where their personality becomes a central focus, ultimately superseding their ideals and original purpose. Also, their criticism and judgment of others, particularly what went on before they came on the scene, cannot be allowed to get out of hand. Thus, October 5th people must not only form their principles in opposition to what they despise, but mold a constructive vision of life as they wish it to be. Now that was such an important line on the end there, and I think It's something that I learned early on in my career, and something that I think every adult should learn, especially because we get into the habit of being complainers. And I worked for a company, it's called Lululemon, you may be familiar with it, which taught a lot about personal development. And before you were allowed to bring a complaint to a member of our leadership team, you had to have a solution in mind. Anybody can complain, you know. Anybody can find something wrong in most situations. Where's the solution? You need to be solution oriented. And I want to go back to the beginning of this profile too, and say that as soon as I started reading this, I don't normally think like this, but this book has me thinking like this. It didn't say it here, but usually it talks about the it'll talk about the birthday, and it'll say a person who is highly functioning, or a person who is like high vibration, who was born on this day, versus somebody who is operating at their base frequency and low level frequencies. You didn't get any of that, but also this book was written about 25 years ago, I want to say, and the internet had not quite taken off yet. And so I was able to see that a person who is vibrating at a high frequency, that was born on this day, may perhaps start a nonprofit, or perhaps be a judge, or look to help people, because you're very much concerned with people. Look to help people in a highly regarded manner. But then I was able to see the person who might be operating again from those lower vibrations. And the internet has made it all too easy for people to sit behind a computer and to type a couple words in and think that they are doing something, that they are enacting some sort of change. And so I saw this kind of person who is not quite vibrating at their highest frequency might be doing that. And my advice to you is to take action in your actual physical communities that you find yourself a part of. And more importantly, that last statement here that said, October 5th people must not only form their principles in opposition. Okay, what are you opposed to? That's half the battle. The other half is you must mold a constructive vision of life as you wish it to be. Okay, you don't want it to be like that anymore. What do you want it to be like? And no other profile that I've read so far, I started reading these on July 1st, no other profile has allowed me to express that opinion which I've wanted to express this year. I'm filming these in 2020 because so many people this year are taking to the streets to fight in opposition for what they for what appears to be to them, to a lot of us, inequalities and things not being just and not working in the way that they should. Okay, I agree with you in many of the fights that are going on right now. Okay, so what is your vision of the future? Put your energy behind that, because the thing that is going to get manifested in this world is the thing that you are putting energy and emotions behind. And people are, I'm a human being too, and that's why I'm sharing this with you. It is all too easy to put your energy and your emotion behind what is not working. And it takes a person who is willing to sit in silence, to close their eyes, to turn off all distractions and go in here and find the vision of what you do want to be playing out in the world. And you need to put your emotions behind that. And I understand, again, as a human being, how difficult that is, how difficult it is to put your energy behind emotions, behind a vision that is so ephemeral, and it escapes you, because it doesn't exist yet. What it is easy to give your emotions to is that which already exists and that which isn't working. So you've got to turn everything off. Everything off. Everything off. Everything off. And go in here and find that vision. And you got to hold it because, again, it's not real yet. You have to keep bringing it back over and over and over, and you have to put energy behind it because that's what gets manifested. What you put your energy, what you put your emotions into. It's in the word emotion. Motion. That's the direction we're going to go in. Whatever is getting the emotions, whatever is getting the energy. And now, sorry for that rant, but I had to share it with somebody, and your profile seems like it's the one. Don't operate from a low level. Because all of this said that you are concerned with people. Somebody's got to be concerned with people. Because if you haven't noticed in 2020 that a lot of the people in charge don't give a fuck about people. And you do. So you needed to hear that. Create a vision. Create a vision for us. Somebody has to. And care about us. Because somebody has to. But do it from a higher vibration. And now, I'm not going to give you your advice because that's a lot. And again, the book is a little old. So that advice that just came down, that was for you right now in 2020. But I'm going to give you a meditation because it's on point. We work for God. She's a tough boss. And the pay isn't always that good. But the rewards are there. Let that sink in. And thank you so much for watching.